guys, Fred and Sheila McCoy, Hatfield McCoy Museum, FredMcCoy.com. Sheila's behind the camera.
Hi guys, hope you're having a great morning.
Saw a video a while back where a gentleman said that he'd found Devil Anse Hatfield's cell phone, and of course, you know, we gotta top them. A guy a few minutes ago sent us a rare video of Devil Anse getting out of his pickup truck.
Can y'all see that, guys?
Of course, that's a joke.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Can't you take a joke?
Now.
I said that. In all seriousness, this is going to be a short video, but it's a follow-up to the video that's playing right now. And it's in reference to Nancy Hatfield Steele. We didn't put on the initial and what we was looking for her grave for. We did show the birth certificate or death certificate, and if you'll notice, the father there was Valentine,
right.
Wall Hatfield. That was Wall Hatfield's daughter. That was Devil Anse Hatfield's niece. And Nancy Steele is the one that built the store there that Mike, Ray, and Goldie ran for years and years. Of course, Mike passed away, I think, back in April, and Goldie just passed away last month.
Yeah.
Mike and Goldie was special people to Sheila and I. We visited them a lot, bought a lot of stuff from them for our museum, including the sign off the front of the store, the Devil Anse's bed, Cap and Johnsy and Jim Vance, the bed that they slept in back there.
Yeah.
I'll let you walk back through there in a minute.
Okay, I can say
but we had a call just a few minutes ago. Well, it started off as a text message, and then the fella called, and we've talked to him before. Nice fella, and very knowledgeable. He's from up in that area, the New Camp area, and was trying to help us with the directions to Nancy's graveyard. You know, while we were up there, we contacted some people, and of course it was late when one elderly lady contacted us back. We were already on our way home, and but she told us that the graveyard is now on private property, that they'd sold the graveyard, and the people that owned the graveyard didn't want nobody visiting. And we asked her if we could have their name, because a lot of times Sheila and I, especially Sheila, with Sheila's personality, Sheila, people love her. And but a lot of times after Sheila talks to them, they agree to let us film or at least visit places and things like that, which is nice. And that's what we were going to do, at least contact,
And we appreciate that.
Oh, sure. And we was going to at least contact the people and see if they cared for us visiting Nancy's grave. And the lady became a little bit, she's elderly, and didn't want to argue with her, but she became a little bit ill, and she didn't want, said she's writing a book on Nancy. She's doing a book herself, and she didn't want nothing, nobody do nothing on it. Well, I'm sorry, nobody's got, you know. Anyway, moving on, here's how come we're interested in Nancy. Right down here, of course, Nancy built the store Gizmo. Nancy built the store that Mike and Goldie ended up with. There's Nancy's purse beside of that.
Yep, Goldie told us that.
There is her shoes.
Yeah.
Back here is her cane.
Yeah.
And that is just a few of the items from Nancy. Here's her, is that her death certificate of birth? I ain't got my glasses on. Death. And there's her tombstone. There's the papers you saw earlier, but these are just some of the items that we got purchased from Mike and Goldie, Ray, and of course back here on the wall is one of Nancy's, another one of her bonnets. Yeah. We state this every time we take a video, but we have eventually, there it is there, that she's actually got it on, and here's that bonnet. And we've got to get a head to put that on, put that in a case to preserve it.
Yeah, we'll put it over with her shoes.
Here is Goldie on their front porch of the store. And up here, of course, is the sign that is right up there. We bought the sign off the front of the store.
Yep.
And there's Sheila and Goldie. Yeah. And there's Mike and myself.
Yeah.
Here's the pickers where they went and picked at Goldie's. And there's a little history. You can pause it, or just hold it there, and then they can pause their little history on the store and Goldie and Mike. down here is the weather vane that Mike tried to buy from Goldie and Mike, and they wouldn't sell. And there it is. Here I am with a picture of it beside of me.
Yeah.
And here's the old picture of all the old Hatfields and different ones at that store right there.
That Goldie's.
Back in the day. So,
Right.
you know, we do have a lot of history in here. Here's the bed that Cap, Johnsy, and Jim Vance. This is the bed that was on the outer room
Right.
of
It's over here.
yeah, there it is right there with Goldie and Sheila.
Yeah.
In fact, here is Goldie's obituary we just put in there recently.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet lady. There's a picture of Goldie and Mike when they were married. And again, that was two of our favorite people that we've met throughout the years. And we have got items.
Yeah.
We have got an entire section up here of items that we have just got from Goldie,
Goldie, yeah.
and Mike.
Yeah.
And the things that we have collected that, if you look at the video, season 6, episode 4, I believe, when they were doing a ledger, she had 4 of those ledgers. Of course, the Pickers bought one of them, and we ended up with one. But throughout the years, there's a book that Dean King had autographed for Goldie and Mike.
And these here.
We bought that from her.
Oh, there.
There's the license plates up above the door. Hatfield McCoy of Mate One. Dad, that's where he bought all his vehicles from through the years growing up.
Yeah.
And but we just wanted to do a brief video on what my hands are shaking. Let me change my hands. On Nancy Hatfield Steele and who she was and why we were doing a video, why we were looking for her grave and so forth. And she's just an interesting person to us.
Sure.
That is where Devil Lance would go stay when he was on the run. He would go to that store, and that's the bed that's downstairs that we purchased from them. Is that's the bed that Devil Lance would sleep on.
Right.
And the other bed was in another room before you could get to Devil Lance's bed. That's where that bed was.
Yeah.
And that's wherever who was with him at the time, guarding him or protecting him, would sleep. So they had to get through Cap or Johnsy or Jim Vance or somebody like that before they could get to Devil Lance, because he was in the front room. And there was no way of getting to Devil Lance.
No other way, really.
Yeah, there's the room that bed downstairs was in. Now, if we've got a side picture,
We've got one somewhere.
if we've got a side picture of the building, it's not this side, it would have been on the other side, but there's back in here on the other side is where this bed was at. Yeah. And that's where his security or ever who was with him. And Nancy Wall's daughter would let aunts come there and stay. And he would stay right there in that store anytime he was in that area. And of course, Nancy's daughter was Sissy. And what was her last name, Sheila? Sissy
Browning.
Sissy Browning. And that's who Goldie and Mike, I think, finally purchased the old store from.
The bed that we were talking about.
There's the bed that's downstairs. I know everybody has seen that.
Yeah.
But episode 6 of season 6, episode 4, or season 4, episode 6, one or the other, is we've got the video downstairs for people to view. And this was the interesting picture right there where that was the old picture, and whether that's Sissy Browning or whether that is Nancy Hatfield Steele.
Here.
See where Sheila's putting she's covered her head up with a black cloth, black material, so you can focus only on the children. We thought that was interesting.
That was interesting. They wanted a picture of the children without her, so they just put that over top of her.
Yeah, and I had never even noticed it.
Goldie told us that.
Yeah, so you didn't need her until you don't notice it. You just don't think about it.
Right.
Guys, meant for it to be a short video, of course, you know me and the short videos, but you know, as long as we're providing information, there may be something we talk about there that gives you a little bit of a history or knowledge or something. That's a couple of rocks that came from underneath the Goldie and Mike store. Again, we collect rocks. We collect anything that's in reference to
buttons that she had in her store there.
Yeah.
We got that from her. She
Yeah.
signed that. There's her signature on that.
There's where she signed it.
Mm-hmm.
And everything there, the old silverware, they used to take the driving tour by there. And we've discussed that in the past, how they would bring the driving tour by, but she finally cut that out because they were only given $1 or $2. They would ask for donations, but people would dress worn by Sissy Browning's children. So this would have been Nancy's daughter's children. This would have been Nancy's grandchildren that wore these clothes here back in the day. In fact, there was another outfit, the little suit that was in a...
You got the little jacket there?
Yeah, but wasn't there another one in a little shadow box?
No, I think that's the only one we had in the shadow box.
That we got from Goldie. But anyway, guys, it's Fred and Sheila McCoy. Sheila?
Hi, guys. Hope you're having a great morning. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Thank y'all.